Welcome. So, one moment, please. Yes, and again, welcome, Lida, for and thank you for accepting this presentation today. So again, the presenter today is Lida Hooshyar. She will present fuzzy logic-based soft clustering. So again, welcome. Thank you.
Hello everyone, hope you are doing well and I'm so excited to having to this presentation today. First of all, I would like to show my gratitude for my supervisor, Professor Nadia Tahiri, that for providing this opportunity. It's my pleasure. Today my presentation is about the fuzzy logic-based clustering or soft clustering. The term of fuzzy literally means that ambiguity, vagueness, something that are not certain, uncertainty. That in the following, with the mathematical definition, it would be more clear to understand what is the exactly fuzzy logic. First of all, I would like to a bit talk about myself. I earned my master's degree in applied mathematics from the Institute for Advanced Studies in Basic Science from Iran. My master research focused on the similarity of biological sequences based on uncertainty, based on fuzzy logic, and the final goal was to clustering the protein and the DNA sequences by the fuzzy C-mean and fuzzy equivalence relationship clustering. And currently, I'm a PhD student in computer science in the University of Sherbrooke under the supervision of Professor Nadia Tahiri. The outline of my presentation is presented in this slide. That mainly I start with the introduction of fuzzy logic, a bit a background and mathematical and theoretical concepts, and what is the exactly fuzzy clustering, fuzzy C-mean clustering, and I have provided a numerical example to clarify the C-mean clustering. In fact, we have two kinds of clustering in terms of fuzzy C-mean clustering and fuzzy equivalence relationship clustering that I prefer to focus on only one of them and provide a numerical example to be more clear. And the final stage of my presentation is about the application of C-mean clustering in the real world. What is the fuzzy logic and where does the idea of fuzzy logic come from? This concept introduced firstly by the professor Lotfali Asgarzadeh, an Iranian author. I commonly say this with an honor because of the same nationality. He was one of the prominent professors in the University of California, Berkeley, that in the 1965 he introduced the fuzzy sets. And it was in the 1988 that officially he introduced the fuzzy logic by publishing the fuzzy logic paper that this idea became a global idea after this paper. The most I have heard one of the stories from this professor, and I would like to share it with you that it was very interesting and kind of inspiring for me. One of the interviewers said that he was in undergrad classes, and in the class, the professor said that today I have a question, and if you are completely familiar with the answer, please raise your hand. If you don't know, please don't raise your hand. And he said that I was partially kind of familiar with the answer, and I raised my hand, however, but unfortunately, the professor said that you answered the question. He said that I wasn't able to complete answer that question kind of disappointing, and the professor didn't give the credit of that class for me because he said that I told who is completely know the answer, please answer the question. And he said that kind of disappointing. However, it eventually became a sparking a point for the idea that became globally. So it was very interesting for me, and I wanted to share it with you. And in this slide, I have provided the mathematically definition of fuzzy sets and the definition of membership degrees. In the common sets, an element completely belongs to a set or not. If, if it belongs to a set, the membership degree is 1. If it doesn't belong, so the membership degree is 0, kind of characteristic function. In the common set, it is absolutely one element belongs to one set or not. But the difference with the fuzzy set is that an element could belong to one of the sets, such as A, with a membership degree. For example, it is possible to say that element 1 belongs to set A with a membership degree of 60%, 90%, or etc. These fuzzy sets also are known as gray system because they start from the absolute white to the absolute black, from the light to the dark. These colors, tonality of the colors, in fact, shows the membership degree increasing from the 0 to the 1. The symbol from the top right side of the slide shows the symbol of the yin yang, which is known as yin yang symbol that sometimes are used in the introducing the fuzzy set. The concept is that our real world is not completely black and is not completely white. It's kind of happiness and the sadness are completely intertwined with each other. So sometimes this symbol also are used for introducing the fuzzy logic. So it is not absolute. They are intertwined with each other. One of the well-known example for the fuzzy set is the temperature of the water. In the binary logic, there's the absolute values. If water is cold or hot, that are shown with the blue and red color in the right side of the slide. But the fuzzy logic, as I said, it starts from the 0 to the 1. It starts from the tonality of the color, so it shows that kind of vagueness, kind of uncertainty. It is not absolutely values. A temperature from the different perspective, different point of views could be very cold, cool, warm, hot, very hot. But is, for example, for the cool water I'm talking, is the exactly the cool that is from the two individuals' mind. For example, one says that the water is cool, but how can we be completely sure, completely certain that how is the degree of Celsius of this water? So I would like to say highlight that the uncertainty is all around the world, and this uncertainty increase the subjectivity. And another example could be that from some point of view, and a person with 30 years old is a young person, but from another perspective, from my point of view, for example, I think that 40 years also is a young person. But these subjectivity increase from this uncertainty that are all around the world. What is the solution? How can we avoid from this subjectivity in the real world? By introducing the membership functions. These functions are curves that modelize the sample the data to a value of membership degrees that are between the 0 and 1. There are variety of functions such as triangular, trapezoidal, and sigmoid, Gaussian, or something like that that modelize the data in a fuzzy set. Since the topic is related to the clustering, so I don't want to go in more details, and I continue with the concept of clustering. Clustering is a kind of algorithm that is based on distances that where collect the points that are closely to each other. These algorithms group the data in a given number of clusters. The most well-known of the hard clustering, in fact, are the k-mean, k-medoid clustering that uh, are in the category of hard clustering. For distinguishing between them, I have provided a comparison between the soft clustering and hard clustering. In the hard clustering, as the fuzzy set that a member could belong to a set with a membership degree, same in the clustering, soft clustering, it is possible. In the hard clustering, for example, in the figure that I have provided with the green and blue colors, it is absolutely two clusters. The green colors are in the same cluster and the blue in the second one. But if we have some data, such as I have provided in the left down side of the slide, with a red color, this is one of the well-known example of the fuzzy clustering data sets. For the data that's shown with the red color, how can be sure, how can be certain that it belongs to which one of the clusters? If I call the left one cluster A and the right one the cluster B, how can be I how can I be sure that this red color belongs to which one of the cluster? Fuzzy clustering says that it belongs to both of them, but with a membership degree. I claim that it belongs to the cluster A with a 50% membership degree and 50% membership degree to the cluster B. That I have shown the soft clustering with the degree of values. For example, the one of the data points belongs to the cluster with the blue color, 90-70%. So it is visible that tonality of the colors are in the soft clustering. So it is not absolutely belongs to one of them. For example, the points, this one, for example, belongs to both of them, but with a membership degree, not completely with one of them. I have provided a numerical example. Suppose we have 4 points that we are going to cluster them in 2 clusters that I have shown with the number 1 and 2. The algorithm starts with some random membership degrees, like for the first point, 1 and 3, for example. The membership degree of belonging to the cluster 1 is 0.8, and the membership degree that this point belongs to the cluster 2 is 0.2, and etc. For all of the points, they have membership degrees that how they belongs to this cluster. The second step of this algorithm is to find out the centroid, the mean of the clusters, to compare the distance between the clusters, and finally, by optimizing, minimizing the objective function, optimize this and finally to achieve a better membership degree. These membership degrees in the tables that I have shown are regularly updating to achieve a better one. The formula Vij is related to computing the centroids. That mu I k is the membership degree of element K in the cluster of I. And the M shows that the stages. One time, when we updated the membership degrees, if the second one updated the membership degrees, the M is not too high, sometimes 1, 2, or 3. And after that, after computing the centroids, that the rest of the centroids are shown in this slide. After finding them, the centroids I have shown with the red colors. And the third step is to find out distances of each point from the centroid. It could be with metric functions that I have used the Minkowski for this one. It is commonly in the clustering algorithm. And the last, the next stage is to update the membership values. For example, for the point 1 and 3, the previous membership degree was 0.8, but after the updating, it increased to the 97%. I have computed all of the membership degrees for all of the elements that are shown here under the slides, and the last stage is to repeating the steps 2, 3, and 4 until the constant values are obtained for the membership values. What is the constant values? After one stage, the membership degrees are not updated. It would be constant. It would be same. So here is the stage that the algorithm should stop, since we achieved the best one. And the real-world application of fuzzy seaming clustering, there are a variety of scientific works that are using the fuzzy seaming or fuzzy equivalence relationship clustering, such as medical image segmentation in bioinformatics, that I personally use it for the gene expression analysis in my current work. For environmental and earth science, climate, business, finance, marketing, and social science in psychology, and so many branches of the science. This slide is related to my current work, that I have used the fuzzy seaming clustering for clustering the genes. The goal of this paper is to predicting the influence of genes for the lung cancer. The genes are categorized, some genes that are related to the lung cancer are categorized in the 3 categories: oncogenes, dual roles, or tumor suppressors. Oncogenes are some kind of genes that are has a positive effect in the tumor progression, but sometimes genes are have negative correlation. They could have a negative effect on the tumor progression. In fact, they suppress the tumor and avoid from the progressing. But sometimes these genes are dual role. They could be at the same time oncogenes and tumor suppressors. So here is the idea to use the fuzzy seaming clustering, because these genes belongs to both of the clusters. At the same time, they could be oncogenes and tumor suppressors. So I have introduced 4 clusters that according to the methylation level of the genes and expression level of the genes, because I didn't want to increase the computational part of the work, I have limited this one to low and high. However, it could be to add medium of expression level of the genes. And by these two features, these genes are clusters and their membership degrees are achieved. These figures, the four in the left side of the slide shows the genes membership degrees that are oncogenes, and the four that are in right side of the slide shows the genes that are tumor suppressors. And the red color shows the samples that are tumor samples, and the blue ones are the normal samples. These shows the membership degree of the genes. The goal is to use these membership degrees as weights in a Bayesian network, that we improved it to a fuzzy Bayesian network in our current work. Since the ordinary common casual Bayesian networks commonly use only 0 and 1 in their inference. However, we have used the membership degrees, which is started from the 0 to 1, any real number between the 0 and 1, as weights to make better accuracy of the prediction of the lung cancer. However, this work is kind of complex that I cannot summarize it completely at one or two slides. And these are the main references that I have used to my presentation. The first one related completely to fuzzy seaming, and the second one related to the fuzzy sets, the starting point of the fuzzy sets, introduction of the fuzzy set. And the last one is related to the fuzzy seaming. In fact, it's the book that includes several concepts of the fuzzies, specifically fuzzy seaming and fuzzy relationship, equivalence relationship clustering. And if you have any questions, thank you for your attention.
So thank you, Lida, for your presentation. So like I mentioned earlier, I will stop the recording for to allow everyone freely to ask you some questions.
Okay.
So give me one second.